In this third demo, we're going to be looking at how we can write programs that operate on large data sets one chunk at a time. So first we need to create a large data file. So we have two files. First we're going to look at create 1 GB file.js. And so this program is pretty straightforward. It will just create a 1 GB file for us. Okay, so I'm going to run this. And it's going to take a couple of seconds to run. So this demo, we are going to be copying this file. So you're going to need at least 2 GB of space. And so when you get the message file written, it's finished. So now we have a file 1 GB.dummy. This file is so large that it cannot be read. Okay, but it is 1 GB in size. So I'm going to close that, and we're going to move to index.js. In fact, let's go to over here. We can see that the size is 1 GB inside of our Explorer. Okay, so we are going to copy that file. So we're going to do it one chunk at a time from our input location to a output location copy.dummy. This is the full size of the file. Okay, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and have this size available to us already. Having the size the entire file makes things easier. So just like before, we're going to attach event handlers to the data event and to the end event, which will signal that there are more chunks of data to be processed and that there are no more chunks of data. Okay, so the end is essentially the same thing. We just print out finish sending data, and then we terminate the destination stream. Okay. The only thing that's changed in this case would be what we do when we receive each chunk. Okay, so the first thing, so the key thing is that we do destination.write chunk, which hasn't changed. So we are still writing the chunk, but we want to do a bit more. We want to make it a bit more user friendly. So what we're going to do is we're going to print out a sort of progress bar. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the size of the chunk, we're going to add it to our variable transferred, which is just going to keep a running total of the number of bytes that was already copied. Okay, we're going to move our cursor to the very beginning of the terminal, and we're going to write out transferred over total length, which we know is 1 GB. And that's going to sort of print out a percentage value of how much of the data has been transferred so far. Okay, so over here we sort of are operating on each chunk. Every time we see a new chunk, this value is going to update. It's going to print out a new percentage value. Because we're doing readline stuff, we're going to be running this inside of terminal. Okay, so I'm going to do node index.js, and you can see that the number is increasing as the file gets written, and then when it's finally finished, we get finish sending, finish receiving, and we have our file copy.dummy, which we open in Explorer. You can see is 1 GB in size, so we have copied that file successfully.